Thank you for tuning into Anime Radio. Today I'll be going through some anime studios. Yes, anime studios. You might have heard some animes like Boku no Hero Academia, Demon Slayer, and other fan favorite animes, but not the animes. But today I'm not going to go through the animes themselves. Today I'll be looking for their studios and where they were created. But before I can start today's video, I'd like to share a little secret of my very special video, and it's currently in the works right now. And if you want to see a little more interesting details, go follow us on our Instagram, which I'll link it down below in the description, or or you can copy what's on the screen right now. So, without further ado, let's begin. There are some animes that you might know where they were created or what studio, because you might want to know a little more about the actual anime. But a lot of people actually completely disregards the studio because they just want to watch the anime. But actually, if you knew the background of the anime, then it teaches you some key details you might have missed out on, like other animes the studio has created. And a lot of animes that you haven't seen are quite interesting, like Fate Zero and Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba. They were actually made from the same company, same studio, obviously directed by two different directors, two different people, but still largely popular in the anime community. And some people may know Studio Ghibli, but don't know some of the movies that they have created, like the infamous Spirited Away, House the Moving Castle, and My Neighbor Totoro. But some may not know that there is some other great movies which I believe are just as good, if not better than those movies. An example of this being The Tale of Princess Kaguya. And oh my gosh, the animation is completely beautiful. It was one of the greatest anime movies that I've ever seen, and a movie that can make me cry, like actually cry and feel really sad inside. Something that can hit me in my emotional threads of stuff. That's a good movie or a great anime. So please watch The Tale of Princess Kaguya. It's so good. Now, Comics Films is another anime movie studios known most notably for Your Name, but they've also created some well liked and well known movies like Weathering with You and Flavors of Youth, which, mm, both good movies, very good movies. There's also Madhouse, has been known to create cool and interesting animes, but noticeably like animes like Hunter x Hunter, One Punch Man, and No Game No Life. But if anybody didn't know, Madhouse also created some movies like Wolf Children, and that name might tell you that it's like a furry anime movie. It's not. It's actually very sad and depressing. So it's quite good. And I've created a script for today's uh, video, and on this part it just says go on a tangent. So I guess my past self just really knew what I wanted to do in the future. So, like, just a lot of these studios that you've seen are quite popular, and the ones that I've listed here, like Studio Ghibli, UFO Table, Madhouse, Comics Films, they're all very popular. But there are some less known anime studios and companies that you might have not heard about. And that's quite fair because, well, there are so many animes and a lot of the animes you just want to watch and don't even care about the studio or the company that made it. And I understand that very well and clear, and because I'm one of those people. But it just says to me that these studios have importance in the genre of anime because they just clearly tell us that we can find different animes in different studios and different qualities, and you can expect different stuff from those studios like UFO Table and the excellent uh, animation, and from Madhouse you can expect some really good quality animes and some good movies, and especially with my favorite studio, one of my favorite Studio Ghibli, you can find a lot of great movies, and you just don't see that in later years. Maybe some good anime, some good movies, but like long ago, like 2011 or 2015, you saw a lot of movies getting pumped out, and great movies and great animes. But nowadays, you just see like one or two or three or four a year, and we can't get that type of quality anymore because the anime studios have recently dropped. But that doesn't mean you can't find any good animes, because there are animes like Demon Slayer and animes that will be coming out, and new seasons of animes. But we don't want to talk about new seasons, we want to talk about animes. And it's just really incredible that it's dropped, but the quality of good animes, they've increased, and it's incredible because from our last video that we've done, you saw us rating 40 animes, and a lot of those animes were made in the past. But you saw a lot of animes that were quite recent in later years, like Demon Slayer, for example, and No Game No Life. But one of the animes that both us and both us, me, Marcus, and my colleague like are animes like Hunter x Hunter or The Tale of Princess Kaguya. And now, you people that have watched The Tale of Princess Kaguya, you might say, oh, but it was quite recent. And I do agree, it was quite recent. But that was still like 3 years ago, which means that in these past 3 years, you might think that it could have dropped. And now, I'd like to share some information on my special video. Okay, now, my special video that I'm making, yes, I am making a video on Demon Slayer, but I won't say anything else. Actually, no, I will. It's quite a long process, and I'm recording in how many days I need to, and currently I'm on day 4 of this, so yay. Ooh. And it's quite long and exciting because I get to reimburse myself with everything. So hopefully you like that video when it comes out. And now, it appears that is all we have time for this episode. So please, if you enjoyed, like, share, and subscribe to see videos like these more often. Oh, and please, I have a new special video coming out on the channel, so watch it. Now, Thank you for tuning into Anime Radio, and I hope for you to tune into my next video. Goodbye.